Uh, Dylan, I know you were talking about a game we've both seen, uh, little roguelike, maybe. I haven't seen much about it, only that it came out.
Ugh,
Okay, tell
yeah.
the beautiful audience what you've seen and heard.
All right, so I've been playing this game called Mewgenics, and the creators of it, one of the creators, I don't know the other one as well, but one of the creators created this game called Binding of Isaac, probably like one of the most popular roguelike games in the world. And this game has been in the process of being made for like 15 years, apparently. It's funny, we were talking about it before we went live, and there's some little controversial things in the game, which I think are actually pretty funny, like Chris Chan being a voice actor in the game, apparently. I don't know in what capacity though.
Oh, he got
But
some meows in, apparently.
oh, is
He's
that it?
yeah, he got some meows in as a voice
Do you
actor.
do you think they probably act they do you think they had to pay him for that? I feel like the meows, he probably just had that in any video they could have just pulled that from. But then again, I don't think they could really do that without his permission,
I don't know, but
right?
him being credited with some meows like is incredibly fitting for the type of freak that he is.
I know, and like the game gets a lot of praise for like being very funny. Like there is a passive skill. I wonder what other skills there are. I've only got like 15 hours in the game because it came out what Tuesday. There's a passive skill called autism where I think it like boosts like some stats, but and then lowers your intelligence or something. But there's a lot of like funny stuff to go on. But I guess I'll just give it a little recap. I thought the game was very charming at first, very funny. So, typical roguelike, if you're not familiar with roguelites, it's essentially, you do a run of the game. It's not a very long game in general. And then you're probably going to lose and die and you restart, but you have what's called meta progression. So you get to spend some points in things, typically someplace, somehow, to improve your ability to go on the next run. However, the Mewgenics was very unique on how they approach this. Usually, like you have some sort of currency. Like if you ever played Hades, you get these like currencies where you can improve, your base damage, health, all that stuff. But Mewgenics, instead, you go on a run with 4 cats, and then when you get back, they're now retired. You can no longer use those cats. However, they fuck like rabbits would, and you birth new cats that have new stats, inherited stats, and stuff like that. And you keep going on runs, and you have generations of cats that make the runs easier, or you just improve on them, all that kind of stuff. Really funny game in general. Um, but I will say, and it's apparently like supposed to be super long. Like it's supposed to be to 100%. I think the developer said it's supposed to take you about 500 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a pretty long game. And like for a roguelike, I don't know what the average person plays on roguelites like Hades, Slay the Spire, all those other ones. Um, and that is a super long game. I will admit, as unique as it is, I think it's very clever the way they do things. Oh, and then there's like other characters where like you can upgrade how many cats you hold in your house. You can upgrade, how many like the inventory you can buy from the merchants, all these other things. However, there's one person I saw on Reddit that was looking up reviews for this. They compared the game. This might have been a little extreme. They compared the game to Baldur's Gate 3.
In what
And
aspect?
dude, I don't know. I think they just compared it because it's like a top-down, turn-based RPG, kind of. Um, but like, I mean, the thing is like, it's nowhere close to Baldur's Gate. That's like such an unfair comparison. Like Baldur's Gate, you have hundreds of abilities, and yeah, you have hundreds of abilities in Mewgenics, but really, you get to select from each run maybe 4 of them to use on a run. And I will say, like, I did think personally, the game probably wasn't for me as much. I thought the combat was kind of just boring after a while. It got a little repetitive. I can see why people like it. It's a very funny game. And I think it's going to do a whole lot. I do think it's getting glazed a little bit, but people fucking love it. I don't know. I'd be curious to see if you look at it, if you like it. I don't think you would. It's probably not up your alley though. I don't know though.
So you said
But
they you send out these four cats on a run.
Mhm. On a
Send these
run,
four
they're your
cats.
cats the whole time. There is a cool aspect that if they get injured, they're kind of like permanently losing stats. That is kind of cool.
Mm.
There's like some other things like you can revive them, they can permanently die. And then here's another thing that I had a gripe with it is that so you go on a run with four cats, you come back with four cats. You have to use them for breeding and you have to use them as almost like a currency um, to eventually upgrade your house size to get more cats, which is like valuable.
Hmm.
You have to donate 25 retired cats, so 25 cats that have gone on runs. A single
Okay.
run can be between 30 minutes and an hour.
Is
So
it required that the cats are retarded?
yes, it is required they have to be retarded.
Oh, retired. Oh.
Yeah. No, you got it. That's right.
Okay. Yeah, my bad.
Um, no, yeah, common. I also thought the same thing. I was like, God, this one looks fucking stupid. I was like, oh, it's not retarded. It's just retired. That makes more sense. But yeah, it's funny. I think it was weird seeing a few people didn't like the game because of the humor. I was like, that's like one of the better parts of the game. It's hilarious. There's so many funny aspects to the game, but yeah, it seemed like to upgrade those things was, like, a lot. Like, it would probably take you 10, 12 hours to upgrade one building part, and there's, like, a ton of those. But overall, pretty interesting game. I didn't think it was as good for the hype that was surrounding it, but either way, it's out, and I gotta give credit to the developers because I love supporting smaller developers. And it seems like people absolutely love this game, which is what matters, and I think it's very unique. So that's fucking all that matters to me, man.
Is there anything else coming out that you're looking forward to?
Oh, dude, I got a lot of things. Um, so I want to go over this game because this game, I think it looks like it's gonna be a ass game. Like it looks fucking awful, kind of, but the premise is sick. Okay, so you know how like in movies, say you're watching like a superhero movie, you got the bad guys, like the little pawns, like the guys with just guns, they're just weaklings. And they walk in, Batman just like comes out of nowhere and just disarms them and kills them immediately. Kind of know what I'm talking about? Like there's those like
Mhm.
side characters.
Mhm.
So in this game, you are that side character trying to hunt down Batman. And I think the premise is hilarious. And if you look at the trailer and stuff, it's pretty funny looking. It's called PON. All the gameplay is like in Russian, but I was like fascinated by it. I wanted to find more gameplay because you start off in the game, you're looking around a corner with another guy. It's like co-op, and you see Batman come down into a building, and you're just staring at him, and he's staring back at you, and then like all you can see is really his silhouette in his eyes. Then he disappears, and you start walking down the hallway, and then you turn around, and your companion, your friend, is no longer there because he had got abducted. And then you see Batman, you're running away from him. And I think the concept seems hilarious. I think that'd be so funny, but like it doesn't look like there's a lot to it besides that. Either way, I got to give him credit on the premise.
Sounds very cool.
Sounds hilarious. I just want to watch more videos of it. A few other games. Oh, me and you watched gameplay on Tides of Annihilation.
Yes, we did.
How fucking badass does that game look?
Um, Extremely.
It looks like a game. I don't have a PlayStation, but I would buy a PlayStation to play this game. It looks so fucking cool. It's like kind of Souls like, but I feel like I wanna give it, like, some Final Fantasy vibes, but, like, more godlike Final Fantasy vibes. How would you describe it?
Um, I think that's a really good way to put it. Like it is. It kind of looks like a soul, like a almost a mix between like a Souls like and like a character action game.
Yeah, like a Devil May Cry or something.
Yeah, because some of the abilities they showed off in the demo just look absolutely world breaking.
Oh, dude,
Like
so unique and fun.
going between like different almost like dimensions of like it just looked nutty, and my
Oh, yeah.
brain just couldn't comprehend what I was looking at in the best way possible.
That's a good way to put it. I remember I was like, dude, I have to show you this game. I am freaking out about it. And yeah, I remember like I couldn't see you because we're on Discord, but I imagine your jaw was on the floor. Am I
Dude,
wrong?
jaw on the floor, my eyeballs were popping out of my skull because it
Dude,
started out and it just looked kind of like another, kind of like a soulless character action fight, and then as the fight progressed and different phases started happening, dude, I
dude,
can't
yeah.
even put it into words.
And then there was a point where like the girl, the main character, we're talking about like fucking female leads, and we're like, oh, this is one of them. Or
Yes,
like where like the girl like she defeats these kind of like demigod things and they're now on their side, kind of like in Final Fantasy where you defeat the gods and like they're now on your side, and where like she would summon them in the fight to help her, and like the synergy was so cool because it's not like the demigod or the god, whatever it was like taking over. It was like he was just enhancing her own abilities, which was like peak, fucking
so
peak,
good,
so good.
dude.
Um,
Honestly,
oh
like
my god.
if you don't know what I'm talking about, like link in the description. Am I right?
Yeah, right. I will definitely put that in there. But God, dude, I am so excited for that. I just am so pissed it's gonna come out on PlayStation, not PC. But I guess I'll fucking suck it up. I'm gonna go over two more games. There is let's go over since we just went over Titanite. There's this game called No Law coming out. All I have been able to find of it really is like a trailer. But imagine like it looks exactly like they try to like kind of phrase it as like it is a cyberpunk-esque dystopian, but like different kind of world. And it looked like less cybernetic, more just dystopian, kind of earlier. And that's the only fucking thing I can give you, but it looks amazing. So I can't wait for that to come out. And then High on Life 2 comes out today, actually. It's Friday the 13th. Whoa, oh wait, oh shit, it's Friday the 13th. Oh god, this is
Is
gonna go fucking terrible.
is Justin Roiland in it?
Ooh, good question. I have no idea. I wonder if he is, because he got arrested, right?
No,
Something like that.
uh
I
like
forget what the whole dilemma was.
I believe, I could be wrong, it was either like sexual assault, sexual harassment
Oh.
allegations came out um from like former colleagues when they were at Comedy Central, I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah, that's what it was. Something
Or
like that.
Adult Swim, where Rick and Morty was airing.
Then they fired him and found a replacement. But anyway, I don't know if he's in it in any capacity at all, but I have been seeing clips of this game, and dude, it looks so much fun. I will probably see if I can get this eventually because we had so much fun with the first one. I remember I showed you tons of clips of the
Hmm.
first one of Let's Do It
I watched you
the
play
whole
the
time.
first one. I
Yeah, yeah,
remember.
yeah. The whole game, there's that last gun that just keeps going, "Let's do it," and at the end of the game, she goes, "We did it." I fucking love that. And then Stabby makes a return, the little knife guy.
Hmm.
He's in it. I've seen a few clips so far because the game only just came out like today, but it looks amazing. Then there's this game that I'm gonna make you play with me if we end up making money off this podcast. I'm gonna write it off as a business expense called Engine Fall. So it's like you are in charge of a train and it's an extraction shooter where you go extract to find resources for your train. You upgrade your train with defenses like turrets and stuff like that, and you have guns, all this stuff, and you can attack other people's trains with you and your co-op team, and they can attack yours. So you have to go attack other people's trains, and they can attack yours. And you have to defend yours. And I'm like, dude, that looks like fucking really fun to me.
You had me sold at Train.
Oh, dude, I know it's right up our alley. I was gonna say, like, dude, say trains, and that's all you need to get me to buy a game.
Train defense. I like that.
Dude, yeah, it looks pretty sweet. It's called Engine Fall. It's supposed to come out this
Okay.
year. I don't know when this year. Oh, one more game I want to talk about. This looks phenomenal. It's called The Mound. So it starts off with a trailer. You are on a ship, and you and a team of four. So it's you and three other players. You are tasked with going to find treasure and artifacts on an island. So you go and you're looking for it, and you have to encounter some enemies, whatever, no big deal. However, there's a twist. It's extraction, right? You have like some old guns, like things you'd see from hundreds of years ago, whatever it is. Some older weapons, which is kind of cool. But the twist is, as you get deeper and deeper and getting closer and closer to extraction, you start becoming more insane for some of the characters. And what they do is some of the characters that you're playing with, because you're going insane, look like enemies now. So you have to be careful not to shoot your own allies and teammates. And if you do, no bueno. I was like, oh, some deception and psychological deception. I love that. I don't know how that mechanic will work, but I'm excited to see how that ends up when the game gets released. I think that also comes out 2026. All these games come out 2026. There was another game I had on the list, but I checked it today and it seemed like a cool thing, but it has terrible reviews. So I was like, okay, that didn't release that well. I was like, all right, but yeah, those are a few of my games that I was looking up that looked very exciting.
You're gonna make my wish list very long.
Oh, dude, mine's already got 50 games on it or something. How many do you
Ugh.
think I'm gonna fucking get through? None of them.
Of course, dude. I mean, I thought like a 7 game or 6 or 7 game backlog I have was a lot. I've
Dude,
been trying to play Metaphor for the last like month and a half, and instead I just keep locking into Helldivers.
I know. Yeah, that's the issue we have. Metaphor looks so fucking cool though. Can't
I've
wait for
gotten
you
the
to play that and tell me about it.
I've gotten the prologue done.
Hell
So
yeah,
like
dude.
I finished the first 2 hours of the game, and then I keep getting sucked in like a million different directions. Oh, I'll go finish the Battlefield Battle Pass, which like hindsight, big mistake. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, how long is
Or
that?
yeah, dude, it was painful, and honestly, they started to get through like the other alternative paths.
Right.
So like they had the battle pass. So you buy the battle pass, and if you buy the battle pass, you get access to. They ended up doing an additional one, but I believe it was 3 alternative paths that came up with timed limited time events throughout the season. And you complete stuff, you get more like cosmetic unlocks and stuff like that, weapons, blah blah blah. And I think it was after the second one came out and the community started to kind of realize like, hey, a lot of these look AI generated because
Uh-oh.
they don't look like a person made it. Like there was a sticker that had a guy holding a gun with 2 barrels on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
Oh,
like an
okay.
AR style rifle, and they were like,
Jeez.
that's not quite right, or like uniforms that kind of looked like just a mishmash, like slop of things that don't make any sense.
Fun.
Like for Battlefield Pro, uh, they promised that if you got Battlefield Pro, which was additional money, you would get an exclusive path for paying for Battlefield Pro, as well as a couple other perks. But an exclusive path for you, if you paid the money, was promised to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they get through to the point where, okay, the alternative path is open. We're doing an event, blah blah blah, and it's open for a week, and you physically are unable to earn enough like alternative path credits to be able to unlock everything in the time it's opened. And they didn't realize this issue until it was like almost too late. So
Sweet.
people were spending like in-game premium currency to forward their battle pass progress and
Oh,
complete it like in a panic. And afterwards, like on the last day or the day after, they rectified the situation and let people get enough credits to be able to fix it. But then the people who spent their in-game premium currency that cost real money
right.
were like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, that's fucked for them.
And the part where for me, the AI kind of nonsense, or just people that straight up don't care what they're doing, they're just slapping shit together, was the last uniform that you could get was a camo pattern that was used in Desert Storm. And the pattern was a night desert camo. So it was green. I could put up a picture of it on screen for everybody. Long story short, it sucked and didn't work. So they scrapped it because they're like, this is junk.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking, okay, desert night camo. Well, there's like accents of bright white all over this uniform. And I'm like, huh. So you got a nighttime camouflage, and you're going to reduce the effectiveness of your nighttime camouflage with bright white pieces on it? I'm like, these people don't care. I was like,
No.
they either don't care, or there was another one. Like I was reading different operator bios, and if you know anything about like military structure, like this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So there was one operator, and they gave a bio for it, and it said that she she went into the Air Force through OTS, which is Officer Training Selection. Which is usually what happens is civilians who have a degree that want to enroll or apply for military service as an officer go through OTS. So no military background. That's the most common pathway. The other way is, you go through the ranks and you get recommended after years of service for how you are, how you're operating, things like that. So it says she went the OTS route and then went to the Air Force Academy. I'm like, well, hang on. To even qualify for OTS as a civilian, you need to have a bachelor's degree.
Ah.
So why would you go? Why would you apply to it, get in, and then go, I'm going to go to the Air Force Academy now? I And then it said like she was a pilot. And then after she got out of the military, she used her experience as a pilot to be an aircraft mechanic. And this is where I'm like, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Right.
Because if you're a pilot, your job is to fly things. And usually they are 10-year contracts, like at least a 10-year contract.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
So yeah, I mean they're letting you fly multi-million-dollar jets. They don't want to like let you hang out for a few years, dump
That's a
hundreds
good
of
point.
thousands of trade. Yeah.
Yeah, good
So,
point.
but your job is your job. Your job isn't to work maintenance. It isn't to work avionics, not crew, not loading. It is to fly the plane.
You're kind of like an F1 driver where it's like your job is to fucking drive and that's it.
Yes, it's like I was an F1 driver, and now I've used my experience driving the car to be an engine builder. Why other F1 drivers in the past have done that, not really a common thing anymore. And when
Yeah,
you're
that's
talking
true.
about like multi-million-dollar jets with like incredibly complex avionics and electrical systems, like I'm sorry, but like if you're a pilot, you don't have time to cross train into these other roles.
Right.
And that's where I like it all hit me. I'm like, these people don't care. So I am done paying for Battlefield. Is
So
the
yeah, I was
short
gonna
version of
ask,
that story.
are you still playing Battlefield? I feel like I see you play it like once in a while.
God no, dude, I'm having way too much fun in Helldivers.
I was gonna
The
say.
new major order is absolutely cracked.
Yeah, so if you had to compare it to the Apex Battle Pass, just better or worse, if you had to just take it, that's the only thing I can
Uh,
compare it to.
I would say the old Apex Battle Pass because
True.
you had to pay for it once and you could continue to purchase it over
That
and
is
over and
another
over
thing.
again.
Also, they didn't really use AI generated assets, but who
Yeah,
knows?
and
Maybe they did.
maybe they did, but like also when we were playing, AI wasn't really a thing.
That's true. It was like a
So
few years ago.
I or at least it wasn't as big of a thing, and
Right.
EA definitely wasn't using it.
Yeah, it was like a little after COVID, we were playing that a whole lot, so that
Yeah.
makes sense. Damn, I didn't know Battlefield was in such a weird, rough spot with their battle pass. That kind of sucks. Dude, it seems like it's overly and heavily monetized, am I right?
Oh my,
Especially for paying how much? What, like 70, $60 for the game? It's
70.
so heavily monetized and having a huge battle pass for a game you paid full price for. Like Apex, I get it. Like it's free. They got to make their money
Yeah.
back somehow with cosmetics and stuff. Even like Hunt Showdown, whatever. Fuck it. I think there's maybe a battle pass. I don't know, but I think it's like free and you don't have to pay anything for it. But like Paying a full battle pass on a full price game is insanity to me, dude.
Well, and then the thing that like really gets my goat with all of it is
What the
you pay
fuck did you
for
just say?
uh
Your goat?
yeah, so the thing that I don't like, I mean, you pay $70 for the game. If you bought Battlefield Pro, it's another $25. So you're up to $95.
Jesus.
Okay. That doesn't even get you like operator bundles that were $24 a piece. So if you bought both of those, congratulations, that's another 50, as well as all the other cosmetic packs in the game. Like I did the math, and I could go back and check my work again. But like if you bought everything the game has to offer, you'd be like in the $300
Oh my
range.
god, dude, that's
And
fucking
it's been out for
insane.
4 months.
Ugh.
Like
4 months? I thought it's been way longer than that.
came
Damn.
out in October.
Holy
Like
shit. Yet again, and then here you are, playing a game, Helldivers, which came out, what, like a year ago?
2 years ago now.
2 years ago. Boom, there you go. Yeah. And they're still updating it like crazy too.
They're